Hey guys, it's your girl Marielle. Welcome back to my channel, Friday Night Light Movie Reviews, where we do reactions and reviews to TV shows, movies, and other digital content. So today we're going to be reacting and reviewing to Netflix original movie Unforgivable, which is directed by Nora Fingscheidt, based on the book by Sally Wainwright, starring Sandra Bullock, Viola Davis, Vincent D'Onofrio, Rob Morgan, and John Bernthal. But before we go any further, please hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Please share this video with your friends and family. As always, come visit me on my other digital platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. Those links will be put down in the description bar below. So the plot of this movie is Ruth Slater, who is played by Sandra Bullock, is recently released from prison after serving a hefty sentence for a violent crime. Through the course of this movie, she is trying to reacclimate herself into society and reconnect with her younger sister, who was put into foster care and eventually adopted, and just wants to make sure that she's living the life that she should be living. So right out the gate, the movie does not hold anything back. It gets right down to it. We see Ruth's crime and bits of pieces of her memory as the movie progresses, which I liked a lot because it just didn't give us everything right out the gate. We see her meeting her parole officer, and we also get introduced to the two sons of the sheriff that she killed. Now, the scene where we are introduced to Vincent D'Onofrio's character and Viola Davis' character is low-key intense. We see children's baby sneakers built inside of the wall. We see Ruth Slater just looking like a creeper trying to get inside of the house where she is introduced, which I think was a pretty good way of introducing these two characters, especially Vincent D'Onofrio and Viola Davis, because they do play a pivotal role through the course of this movie. Now, we don't see them on screen as much, but trust me, their characters were definitely warranted in this movie. The fear, anger, and revenge in the oldest son was very intense. It even caused him to have paralysis on the side of his face. Whereas his younger brother is in this whole, I have a wife, I have a family, I'm never going to get over it, but I'm not going to waste any more time of my life on this person. Like, they don't matter to me. They're like the scum of the earth. I do like the truth of it all in this movie. The getting to not be able to live this great life because you're just deemed as a cop killer, and the fact that she is seen as a leper in this town that they're living in. And through the midst of all of that, we are introduced to Catherine, who has trouble sleeping, who ends up getting into a car accident, because we also see bits of her memory from the day of that crime as well, which I thought was amazing because it does give us a great build-up towards the end and how we mash together Ruth Slater's memories and Catherine's memories. The movie does have some slow parts. I'm not gonna lie, that's one of my biggest negatives. But on a positive side, once we do get to see Sandra Bullock in this role as time goes on, it makes it all worth it. Now, I would say Sandra Bullock did amazing. I love her acting, period, but she did the damn thing in this movie. Just from the makeup or the lack of makeup, the cinematography of this film was very great. Like, it gave us that grit and that grime. Even the color of the scenes were very dim and gritty, you know, like the little seafoam greens and the little kind of like blues and stuff. There was never anything colorfully happy when these scenes were done, and I thought that was amazing because it's the most realistic thing about this film. Like, nothing was sugar-coated, nothing was presented as rainbows and butterflies. The breakdown of each scene was amazing. There are, in my opinion, 4 major scenes in this movie that stood out to me the most. The first one was where Sandra Bullock gets beat up from a co-worker because she's deemed as a cop killer, and that lady's father is a cop, and it was a bitch move, but I'm just saying. The second major huge scene that really made me like this movie was pretty much the introduction to Ruth Slater meeting Catherine's adoptive parents. She tried to keep her cool and be collected, but the father was just pushing the whole way through, and the mother felt a little humanity in her. And then Sandra Bullock lost it. Her character lost it. She was like, I just want her to know about me. I don't want to disrupt her life. I just want her to know about me, want her to know that I love her and did everything for her, which is not bad. But on the parental side, you understand the reluctativeness. The third major scene is where we actually are introduced to the younger brother and Ruth Slater meeting. And he takes her take on her losing her parents as life goes on. And he took that very much as she was trying to tell him his life goes on without his father. So he decides to forget killing her. We're going to go ahead and find her sister and kill her so she knows what we feel like. And then comes like the biggest scene in this movie. And yes, it was pretty much just Sandra Bullock in this movie, and everybody else were just kind of like background actors. But I will have to say, the scene with Sandra Bullock and Viola Davis, one of my favorite scenes. Because this is where that big explosion happens, right? Viola Davis is like, I don't give a shit, get off my property. You killed somebody. You took a father away from their kids. I don't really give a fuck. Sandra Bullock, on the other hand, is like, look, I know you see me like this. I know I don't deserve a second chance, but she was only 5. She was only 5. She was a 5-year-old little girl. That's it. And then here comes where we find out the little stitches of Catherine's memories and Ruth's memories come to a complete close, and we are privy to see what happened that led her to serving 20 years in jail. They were going to evict her and her little sister, which means they were probably going to take her, put her in foster care until she could get her shit together. And she kept threatening, if you come in here, I'm going to shoot them up, bang, bang. The sheriff comes in because he knows them, busts through the back door, and Catherine, because trying to be like her sister, shoots and kills the sheriff. That is why she served 20 years in jail. Blew my mind. Excellent. I love the way they did this. I love the way they built up all of this, and it just exploded with such greatness. That's just the biggest positive. The second most explosive scene that I have a negative and a positive about is the younger brother does kidnap a girl. Not Catherine, but Catherine's younger sister while she's at the rehearsal. Viola Davis' character drives her to where the guy wants to meet her. She calls the cops, ATF everybody out there because they think it's Catherine and not anybody else. Catherine tells the young guy, like, look, you do this, you'll never be the same. You can't get your life back. That's me every day. I suffer every day. He lets them go. The cops do what they're supposed to do. Her parole officer comes in. Now he's sitting a twinge of redemption. And Catherine is there because she wants to be there for her sister. Here's the negative for me. Catherine comes, she re-meets her sister, gives her a hug, smiles at her, holds her really tight, and that's how the movie ends. It doesn't give us what happened. I'm not expecting rainbows and butterflies. I'm not expecting her to live with her and do all of that other stuff. But it would have been nice to give us a little bit more meat, at least a dialogue between the both of them. And that just didn't happen. And that was just my biggest negative takeaway of this movie. I thought this movie was done very well. The message of this movie was done excellently. It was executed well, and it was very clear. Again, there were some slow spots, but it wasn't that bad. The ending is what really got me. That's the biggest negative. So out of our Christmas trees, I'm going to go ahead and give Unforgivable 4 Christmas trees. I take away 1 because of the way it ended. It just didn't give us enough meat for that. And also the slow bits in this movie. So would I recommend you guys watching it? Absolutely. The slow parts should not keep you from watching this movie. And as always, thank you guys for staying and repping with me. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I put up new videos. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, be safe, be courageous, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.